Hi, this is Tuck. Just bringing you an update on my Dragunities. It's sort of a Dragunity deck based to bringing out 8-star synchros, but it's got the Red Eyes Pulsar variant and use the Heroics as well. I haven't really ever seen a build quite like this. It's not sort of your normal sort of build, but I think it works really well. So, first off, triple Ducks, double Legionnaire, triple Phalanx, and single Eccles, for obvious reasons. Double Mistletoe unlocks all the Heretics. Zephyros, because he is super cool. Double Red Eyes. You don't want to run too many, otherwise you find cloggy hands. Same thing with Pulsar. I run one, so not to clog the hand. Hand Trap, one Veiler, one DD Crow. You can run two Veilers if you want. I'm running one Crow just because I can search for Crow. So if I'm versing something pesky that I really want to get rid of, I search, add Crow to my hand, and I can just pull this one card out of the 42 that's in here. So it's a 42 deck. For searches, I've got double Hanzo. He goes for Red Eyes, Pulsar, Phalanx, Atlas, like anything I want. Yep. And he's always +1 with his effects. So yeah, the first two searches, triple Ravine and triple Terraforming, and reinforcing the army. Its only target is Hanzo, so it's just to search. Safety, run two Lance and can help Stardust. Recycle, I use one Pot of Avarice, one Quill Pen. I find there's a lot more duels these days where I'm drawing or having to sync multiple times, and Quill Pen just gives me that one extra. Also gives me an answer for Zen Mind without having to go Brionic. So yep, one Quill Pen, one Dark Hole, which I don't know whether I need or not. Thinking about putting in for a Judgment, one Heavy because back row is hating, Monster Reborn. Negate, I got one Bribe, one Starlight, usable almost all the time in this. I find first play I might go Hanzo, set a back row, and then because of his own trap card, set Starlight. Automatically it's live. If you don't draw in a Hanzo, you get into the Dragunity side, you use a field card, set up for next turn, set Starlight, and you're free from heavy. It stops heavy storm. Even if I do go first, maybe I go Hanzo play, I usually try and go Stardust the next turn. So I summon Ducks, Torrential Tribute, Chain Starlight. So because there's a lot on the field usually, it's a very usable card. Double Bottomless, thinking about warnings. One Mirror, two Super Transformation for Hanzo. Ultimate Offering, I haven't seen any other Dragunities really running this, but if you get a Dragunity heavy hand and you get Ultimate Offering, it can be crazy cool. You go Legionnaire into TG Hyper for your normal, pay 500 life points, go to Stardust, draw two cards, search for a Ducks with your Ravine, go to Scrap Dragon, draw two cards. So for 1,000 life points, you draw 4 cards, and you've got 3 monsters on the field, including Scrap Dragon, Stardust, TG Hyper, and you can just go on and on with Ultimate Offering. Other way it's cool is just if they effect Veiler, Dragoon's getting veiled all the time. It just means that you can still get over it. Load your hand, if you drop Phalanx, add Ducks, summon Ducks, they veil. Chain with Ultimate Offering, summon your Atlas, which you've added to your hand, and you feed your graveyard, and you get through the series with Waste and Veil. So yeah, really cool card in this deck. The rules, show me that card, suggested that one. And one Call of Haunted. Onto the extra. This guy is a boss. Dragon King of Atum. Really just makes Dragoonities actually worthwhile playing again. Gaia Thundercharger, just with a tomb, just makes him beat stick. Only downside to a tomb is he can't attack the time using turn use his effects. Use this guy straight away, and how I actually ran Banlist in here just for fun, for a couple of duels. Went to a tomb, overlaid with Gaia, banished Gaia, put tomb in the graveyard, banished a tomb and Zephyros, and ended up getting an FTK. So if you want to make a Twilight variant, then that's an idea. Catasta, TG Hyper. So they're the 2 5s, targets for Legionnaire. I also like the idea of having 2 different targets, because generally I'll pop in one duel, or I'll sync with him in one duel, but it's just good to be able to have 2 options. Yep, I'll move on. Gay Dirk, probably one of the coolest cards in the Synchro deck. Searches out Zephyros, and that's how, if you do get a Dragunity heavy hand, and maybe use Ultimate Offering, you can sync again with this guy, search again I mean, or you can use Ravine to add Akos to your hand, use his effect, drop Akos to add your DD Crow. So if you do want to go anti on your opponent, then this guy can be very cool. I've used that a number of times, search out Crow, just in those situations where you know it will like win you the game or completely mess up your opponent. Triple Badge, obviously. Brio, he is cool, but I think Strike Bounder is cool. As soon as I get my hands on him, Brio's out. I'm sorry. Double Stardust, 1 for Starlight Road, 1 to sync to. You can use it with Red Eyes as well, but I don't like the idea that if I use Starlight Road, I don't have the opportunity to sync to Stardust, unless I Avarice or Quill Pen. But that's why I'm running 2, because I can Starlight 1, and I can sync to 1. Or if I sync to 1 and they play heavy to try and get rid of my Stardust, so I can just get another one. Why run Starlight Road if you don't have a Stardust ready? Scrap Dragon, go-to guy for just popping annoying back row, things like that. Essentially, he's my MST, sort of. I've got other, like Forbidden Lance and that sort of thing, which helps me get things out. And if it's just something pesky, then yeah, Scrap Dragon's the man. 1 Colossal Fighter, because he's boss. Thought Ruler, who is cooler these days because I'm getting sick and tired of seeing Dimensional Prison. And Red Dragon Archfiend. So that's the deck at the moment. Moving on to what I'm currently siding. I'm running 2 Soul Takers because they are cooler than Smashing Grounds. Double Debunk because Veilers and Dark World and annoying stuff. Double Decree. There is so much back row hate around these days. It's starting to do my head in. Whether it's like most decks these days, I swear, are running double Bottomless, triple Warning, triple Solomon, and it's just really annoying. So if you go roll Decree, frees you up to just do whatever you need. Triple Imperial Iron Maul, because I don't like my stuff being removed from play. And you get this out against Chaos Dragons with Stardust, and they can't do anything. They are completely ruined. They can't special anything. They can't remove. They can't get rid of your Stardust with their Chaos stuff. They can't get a wall because of your Stardust, and it's just GG. Solomon series, double Warning and Judgment, and the triple MST. It would be cool to main MST, but generally I'm maining things that really just power through my deck. MST I think can be more counter, like if you're playing Inzectors or something, or you know, cards that you can chain it to with a field card. If I'm doing mirror match, I don't, you know, it's just like it's cool in that. Warnings, I don't like paying life points enough. That's why I use a bottomless to start off with. If it is a deck that I find that I do need to warn stuff, I'll just pull out those bottomless and throw in the warnings. Maybe I'll throw in Pure Iron Walls and I'll put in the warnings instead of the bottomless as well. But yeah, like I was saying, I main stuff that powers with the deck. Call the Haunted powers the deck. Pulsar Red Eyes combo can be safety to get your 8-star. Ultimate Offering, you can just go heinous. Search Heavy. Well, Mirror Force staple. Some hate. Protective. Power. Oh, yeah, obviously. That powers up the deck. Powers the deck. Gives me safety, protection, everything. Thins the deck out with Searching. Ravine, because obviously. Strong Normal Summon. Search. He is counter, but I just think with this version of the deck, really easy to use. Veiler, instant hand trap. Pulsar, because he makes Red Eyes so much cooler. It is so easy to get Pulsar with Ravine. Can be costly, but hey, even first turn you get Pulsar and Red Eyes in your hand. Use Ravine, pitch Pulsar to fetch a Phalanx, summon Banish to get Red Eyes, which specials Pulsar. So at the cost of 2 cards, you've still got your Red Eyes Pulsar combo. Power card, pop, obvious power, and your Heart and Soul of the deck. So that's why I don't main MST, because as much as it is cool to get rid of that back row hate, I think a Forbidden Lance is going to be better at the time. Anyway, that's my deck profile with a bit of an explanation. So yeah, throw me a few comments, tell me what you think, and let me know what you think I should take out or put in. And thanks for watching YouTube.